Hello, the name of this story is The Quadruplets and the Candy House. The Quadruplets and the Candy House. Quadruplets is when there are four children in a family. So 4 daughters or 4 sons, or 2 sons and 2 daughters, 3 sons, 1 daughter. It doesn't matter the combination. When a family have 4 sons, 4 children. Okay. If a family have 2 children, they are called twins. If they have 3, they are triplets, and if they have 4, they have quadruplets. Okay, quadruplets. And a candy house is a house made of candy, and candy is sweets, lollipops. Okay, these are candy. Okay, once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a family, and in the family they had quadruplets, 4 children. They had two boys, 2 sons, and 2 girls. It's happening the same as it happened in the class when I told the story that I was going down when I was drawing. It's the same, but you get the idea. 2 boys and 2 girls, and they lived in a town, and in a town is, it's not just a house in the forest. It's not a city like Barcelona. It's not a big city. It's when you have a lot of houses, you have a town or a village. Okay, this was a town. Okay. So the family with the children, with the quadruplets, they lived in a town, in a small town, and one day in the town, there opened a new shop, a new store. Okay, there was it was a candy shop, a candy store, a place where you buy, where you pay money and you get candy. Chocolate, candy, lollipops, etc. And they loved candy, so they went to the store, to the shop, and they get into the shop, and they saw lots of candy, and they were, wow, but they didn't have money. The quadruplets, the 2 boys and 2 girls, they did not have money, so they could not buy To buy means that they could not buy candies in the shop because they didn't have money. In the store, in the shop, there was an old lady, and the old lady was sitting on a chair. She was sitting on a chair, and she saw the quadruplets, and she said, okay, boys and girls, come here, come here. And she said, do you like the candy? Do you like the candies that you see in the shop? And they said, yes, but we don't have any money. We cannot buy the candies because we don't have money. And the old lady said, okay, that's not a problem. I'm going to tell you. She whispered. Whisper means to whisper means to talk like this, to speak really soft, okay? Like when you tell a secret. So the old woman whispered to the children. She said, I will tell you a secret. In the forest, if you walk through the forest, and you walk through the forest, at the end of the forest, you cross the river, there is a river, and you cross the river, and you walk through the forest, and at the end, there is a candy house. There is a house made of candy, made of chocolate, sweets, lollipops. All the house is created with candy, okay, with chocolate and sweets and everything that you love. And the children, the quadruplets, were very excited and they were happy. And when they went back home, they thought, we have to go there. We have to make a trip. We have to go to the candy house. So they walked to the candy house. So they walked through the forest. They crossed the river. There was a river, a bridge in the forest. So they crossed the river and they walked through the forest, and at the end of the forest they saw the candy house. A big house made of candy. It was made of chocolate. The walls, the door was made of chocolate with sweets stick in the door, and the windows were made of chocolate. Everything was made of chocolate and sweet and candy and lollipops and all these great things that you love so much. And they were very excited. Oh, we found it! We found oops. We found the house, they thought. And they were very excited and they ran to the house and they opened the door and they got into the house really fast because they were very excited. And when they were in the house, inside the house, they saw that everything was dark and there was nothing inside the house. There were no candy, no chocolate, no anything inside the house. Outside the house, everything was chocolate, candy, sweet, good things. But inside the house, there was no chocolate, no sweets, no lollipops, no. And everything was dark. It was a dark, dark room. And in the middle of the room, the big room, in the middle, there was a chair. And in the chair, there was an old lady. There was the old lady from the store, from the shop. But the old lady looked a little bit different. She was wearing a hat and she got a big nose with, okay, she was a witch. She was a witch. And when she saw the quadruplets, she was very happy. She thought, I'm going to eat you. I'm hungry and I will eat, I will cook in my big pot. In my big pot, in a big pot, I will cook, I will put you inside and I will make a big soup out of you. And the children, the quadruplets, were very scared and they yelled and they screamed and they ran really fast. They got out of the house and they ran through the forest. And they ran very fast, and when they got to the river, one of the quadruplets had an idea. Bing! One of the girls, she had an idea, and she grabbed one of the boys. The boys had a cap, you know, a cap, okay, and she grabbed one of his brother's cap and she put it on the water, on the river, and she put it there, the cap. Okay. And when the witch arrived to the river, she was following the children. The children ran away. The children were escaping from the witch, and the witch arrived to the river, and the witch saw the cap in the water. So she thought that, oh, that is a boy. I'm going to grab the boy. And she kneeled to grab the boy, and the children were hiding. They were hiding behind a tree. There was a tree and they were hiding very silent behind the tree. So they ran to the witch. The witch was kneeling next to the water, and they pushed the witch. They pushed the witch into the river, into the water. And the witch fell into the water, and As you may know, witches, the same as trolls, they don't know how to swim. They can't swim. So the witch drowned glug, 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 and died. Whew. So the 4 quadruplets could go to their house, to their home, and they stayed safe. And that, my friends, is the end of the story.